Hello everyone, welcome back to Hobart. Just about to commence the Game 91, Australia Under-19 Women versus USA Under-19 Women. We're a bit late to bring the stream up. We've got just 6 seconds to go until the game starts. Over to you, Agnes.
Hi, this is Agnes, and once again I'm doing commentary. And looks like the game has started. USA in black, Australia in white. And last time these two teams met, this is the second game in their round robin. Last time they met, Australia beat them 4-0, and USA is certainly hoping for a better outcome this time. Looks like an early call against Australia, and advantage to the USA girls.
And certainly with a scoreline like 4-0, you'd expect the teams to be quite evenly matched. So we're looking forward to a really good game here today.
Yeah, it was closer than the score would indicate. 4-0 sounds, since the one team didn't score, but it was a really good game. The kids, the USA girls certainly enjoyed the game a lot, and obviously they wish they could have scored, but they're out here ready to score this time.
Yeah, hoping to see a goal today from the USA. I mean, obviously I'll be backing Australia and Agnes here will be backing the US. But what we really want to see here is just some great hockey.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. And for the players, too. They enjoy these games where there's a lot of back and forth. It's more fun for them, too. And if either team gets blown out, it's not really that much fun for either team.
And so how are they finding this pool with all its slippery tiles?
So far, I've heard no complaints, other than that there's a few grout lines, apparently, that are a little sticky. So we had some problems on some breakaways. Which I, couldn't see from up here. It looks like an advantage to USA. But I couldn't see the grout lines, obviously, from the video. But yeah, they've hung up the players a little bit on occasion. But it looks like USA is making a strong push for their goal. Hopefully they can get one in.
Yeah, good to see that great drive there from number 5 from the US, passing back so confidently to her teammate there. Spilled out,
back and forth, be a little patient. Looks like they might be able to do this.
Oh, an excellent work. Looks like they've sunk one into the tray. Early goal for the USA.
Okay, first goal for USA against Australia.
Now that'll be number 10 for the USA scoring.
Number 10, that's Jana de Brunner, their team captain. One of three pairs of sisters that we have playing on this team.
And is she one of the more experienced players?
She is. Jana played in Stellenbosch last year on the U.S. Women's Elite team.
On the elite team?
Yes.
And how old is she?
She is 17, and in fact, her birthday is tomorrow. She'll be 18 tomorrow.
Well, happy birthday for tomorrow, Jana. Congratulations on the first goal of this game.
Yeah, I'm sure that one felt good. They really wanted that.
Great. Got them coming. Second strike here. Looks like Australia making a push through the US.
Still kind of in the middle of the pool, but yes, it looks like it's going in Australia's direction. I'm sure they didn't take too kindly to that goal being scored, and they'll be trying hard to get it to go the other way.
Nice strong drive there from Australia, but it looks like it's been cleared really well to that corner by the United States defense.
Yes, and I was talking to coaches Kendall and Sue Banks, and apparently their advice to their players was get down, stay down, score, score, score. So at least for the first point, they were listening.
For these first 4 minutes, it looks like the USA is doing just that. And you know what? Sometimes a simple game plan is the way to go.
Yeah, it's a fun thing to say, easy to remember. And so there's a tough fight all the way across the pool.
And that was an excellent cross there from the United States. Do you know if that's their game plan, to play a bit more open hockey?
They do really like to swing it. That works really well for them. And they didn't do that as well as they wanted in the Colombia game this morning. And they were very disappointed in the way they played. The Colombians play a very different style from New Zealand and Australia. And they had the USA had just gotten off of 2 games against New Zealand and 2 games in a row. And then the style change for that the Colombians play, they didn't adjust to that as well as they would have liked. And
excellent.
Was that a goal? Looks like that might penalty. Is that penalty shot or
that will be a penalty
shot, not a penalty goal? And it looks like it was called on number 11.
Yeah, unfortunate there for the United States. It looked to be a great clearance, but in the end, she might have just barged that away.
And it looks
along
like
the
number
wall.
number 4, Rosa Zhang, is defending, maybe?
Yeah, and
No,
these
I can't
2-on-1s, for those of you who don't play, are notoriously very difficult to defend. You've got 2 attackers from the Australian team versus just the 1 American defender. And the onus here is really on the attackers to sink it in the tray rather than the defense, because it's just so hard.
And it's rare for it to be defended. And we can't.
And that'll be a goal for Australia there. Just waiting.
Okay,
Yeah, that'll either be
and
Maggie Biffin, the vice captain of Australia, or number 3, Ella Croft, by the looks of things.
Okay, so the refs are doing a signal now, and I can't see the screen
Maggie,
right
we'll
now.
go
So
we'll go for Maggie on that one.
okay, but what is the referee? They're still lined up at the goal, so I'm not sure what's going on.
I think the refs might be explaining.
Okay, it looks like the refs are conferring.
I think the refs were just clarifying something there with number 10 from the US side. I think she might have just had a question for them, but it looks like they've cleared it up now.
Okay, all right. Now I can see my screen again. So score. Okay, and the score right now is listed on the screen as 2-0, and it should actually be 1-1.
The score is 1-1. Those guys. Yeah, so our deck refs there have just put up the score as 2 to the US, but we'll get a message to them to let them know that it's actually 1-1.
Well, it'd be nice if they didn't notice, but I think it's only fair to make it. Okay, and now Australia with the control of the puck, making a good drive, but USA putting up a good fight too, trying to turn it around. But the momentum right now is for Australia. Nice push underneath her own body there by an Australian player.
Well anticipated there.
Really nice plays. They're really kind of pulling it off of each other. This is a hard game for them, a lot of swimming. But really pretty playing. It's
some wonderful teamwork from both sides.
Really nice playing.
Especially the United States. I'm really impressed by just the way they can read each other so well and just flick blindly and know that their teammate's going to be there for them.
Yep. And this is what they wanted to do last game, and they couldn't quite get that. That's number 10 again with the puck, team captain Yana. And a call. Gloving against Australia. So USA with advantage. Hopefully they can get the momentum going the other direction and continue that way.
Yeah, and it's so difficult when you're on that wall there, when you've got your glove on the wall there, to not glove it up the wall.
Yeah, especially right-hander going along the right side wall. They have to turn your hand over, and that's kind of a weak position. But if you're just kind of trying hard to get a nice steal there and across the pool, beautiful play. That's what they wanted to do last game, and the USA did exactly what they wanted to do there.
Certainly the Australians should be looking to have the off wing there, just hovering to try and shut down those switches. The US have had 2 now that the Australians have just let happen, and it's a bit of a slip up there for the Australians.
And that's rare. An much more experienced team in Australia, and the USA team is obviously been learning a lot in the course of this tournament. And again, this is the second time they've played Australia, so they knew what to expect a little more, and they look like they've come out prepared.
Yeah, it's excellent strategy from the United States. It's very impressive to see them make such an improvement seemingly overnight.
Yeah. And call on an Australian player.
That'll be number 6,
obstruction
Maddie
or
Laurie.
barging. And did she get time?
It looks like Maddie.
Advantage to the USA team.
Yeah. Maddie's one of our less experienced players. This is just her first Worlds, but she is a force in the pool. Her brother's also playing for the under-19 boys, Sam Laurie. He's a bit more experienced, but they're both just cracker players.
That's great. Yeah, we get a lot of family, and it's kind of fun in these age group championships. How many family groups are playing?
It's
we've got a lot in the U.S. and yeah, it's just the competition between each other, between at least my kids when they're playing against each other. It really builds their game.
It's such a family sport as well. It just seems to be everywhere, brothers and sisters and parents playing as
Yep.
well. And even those of us who don't have family playing, we just get so close with our teammates. They seem to become family.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. No, they're having a great time. And nice drive toward the goal for the U.S. team. Let's see if they can bring it more to the middle and drive it in. Sounds like a foul on number 12, barging or obstruction. And that is Paige Thompson.
A good opportunity here for the Australians to clear it out of their tray. They'll be looking, hopefully, to bring it onto the other side of the wall, I would think, rather than just knock it straight up the wall that they were on at the moment.
Oh, and it looks like Paige got a penalty for that, or maybe not. She looked like she went out, and then I think maybe she was trying to find the right chairs to sit in. So now the USA is down one player, which is that's gonna hurt when they're this close to the goal and they're playing a team as strong as Australia. But it looks like they're not getting intimidated by that and continue playing their game.
Great bottom time from the Americans, though. They're still so aggressive on the puck.
Yeah, and they need to be. They need to keep that up. And this looks like an advantage. No.
Seems the Australians have broken on that foul there, so they'll get
was
pushed
it a
back.
sub?
Might have even been a
But
subbing foul there.
they had the disadvantage, so it must have been a substitution foul. In which case they should have one out for a minute, but
or at least a team warning.
Not totally clear what that call was. But in any case, USA with advantage up in front of their goal,
Well
or
driven
the
there.
Australian goal, and
And the Australians
looks
looking
like
to clear
turned it around, and someone's got a nice run going there. And another call, referee's timeout. Gloving on, it looks like number 10, team captain, Jana De Bruyne. And it's easy when when you get a little frantic, you're down a player and you really, really want to score. It's very easy to get those fouls, the gloving fouls and that kind of thing called against you. And then, of course, when the advantage is called for the other team,
Just
that
wondering
gets painful.
now when these teams might use their timeouts, they are often quite strategic decisions to use your timeout. And with just 5 minutes left of this half, I would have thought one team at least might have used their
Yes.
timeout.
Sometimes you don't want to lose the momentum by taking a timeout, but it looks like the Australians are making a strong push, and every goal is really important right now in a game tied 1-1.
Good to see the Australians cutting through the centre. In some of their earlier games, they've been using the back wall a bit too much, but bringing it into the centre.
Yeah, both teams are more willing to go into the center, but obviously you only want it in the center when it's near near your goal. And against the USA, and was that also an encroachment or what?
I'm not too sure. It looked perhaps chopping there. I didn't quite catch that.
Yeah. Anyway, advantage Australia right in front of the goal, and they're obviously hoping to push it in, and then the USA was hoping to sweep it out and away.
Very difficult place to defend there, so
Yeah,
it'll
you're
be
kind
tough for
of
the US
crammed
to knock that out.
in right against the wall, so it is a hard thing to play, and they did indeed push that one in.
And that will be number 12, number 13. That's Katarina Alloway for Australia there.
Okay, so now the score 2-1, Australia advantage, and we've got just under 4 minutes left in this first half, and there's still a lot of game to play here, and this is just shaping up to be an excellent game for both teams. They're going to have to play their best game to keep it to be able to win this.
It's
this
wonderful
game.
to see them so closely matched. It makes for great television.
Yes, it is. Well, it's more fun for the players too. It's stressful, of course, but they'll come out of this, win or lose. I think they're all gonna appreciate this game.
And because of the nature of this tournament, there is a good chance Australia and USA will play each other again in the semis and perhaps even the finals.
Yep. Hopefully in those finals,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Looks like it's going out into the
what's
corner
that? Oh no,
there.
there. I'm hearing the timer from the other, the buzzer from the other pool, and thinking that's a call. But
Yeah,
I do have one ref with their hand up in the air, so that might have been an advantage that they were signaling. And a battle in front of the goal. Australia really trying to push it in. It looks like the U.S. team was able to push it out to the corner. Now, if they can just get it out of the corner and up to the other end of the pool.
We've got a foul
And
called up by that
foul.
ref there.
And stick foul
Yeah,
and advantage to the USA. And I did not see a number on who that foul was on, but it might have been an advantage call. It might have happened a while ago.
and there comes that strategic
And,
timeout I was talking
yeah.
about earlier. Looks like
Yeah.
it might have been perhaps Australia there.
Yeah, and there's not much time left in this half. So if they want a little rest, they want a little, to regroup and discuss their strategy so that, Australia obviously would like to keep keep at least a 1-point lead. Obviously, more of a lead would be better. And I'm sure the coach is telling them, and their coach's name is Christopher Wenman.
Yeah, we've got the two Chris's coaching the under 19 women.
Chris squared. And Kendall and Sue Banks, I'm sure, are also coaching their girls. And my guess is that they're saying, keep playing what you're playing. They're doing a beautiful job. Keep that pressure. Get down, stay down, score, score, score.
Yeah, well, they've certainly stuck to their game plan this game, the USA. It's been really impressive. I think they have shaken up the Aussies there a bit and have put them on the back foot a number of times.
Yeah. And we're all expecting this to be a good game, and I'm glad it has shaped up that way.
We haven't been disappointed, have we?
Yeah. No, it is always hard, too, after the USA had a disappointing game this morning, and to bounce back from that and not let that into, okay, and an advantage to the USA again.
Being against number 9, Gabby Larson.
And, so hopefully the USA can get that momentum going up the other direction. We've got just under 2 minutes left in this half. And again, strong drive, back and forth, and now it's going all the way across.
And there's that off wing just waiting to shut down the switch. That was much
which is
improved.
Beautiful. Okay, and they did a beautiful job stealing the puck, but then USA came right back and got after them for that.
Well anticipated.
And again, there we go. We're getting many more bodies down. USA is definitely playing more of the game they want to play. And all the way across. In the past, sometimes they're having trouble not finishing those swings. They start going across the middle and then kind of panic and not finish it, and they're going all the way across, and it's working very well for them. And another foul called. Stick infringement against Australia. Another USA advantage. If they can keep that momentum they had going, if they can continue that, maybe we can get one in here in the last minute.
Yeah, certainly the Australians haven't been as clean this game as they have been in the past. No kickouts yet, but if they could just tidy up their game a bit more, might help them keep their momentum.
There we go. Nice job. Oh, and another foul. Couldn't see what happened there. And it looks like an advantage to Australia.
Yeah, it looks to be against the USA this time, pushing them back. Just 30 seconds left of this half now. Both teams hoping to keep it out of their tray coming into the second half. Australians taking the puck to the far side. Well defended by the US, and they're switching it again. What a beautiful switch that is. Well past to her teammate there. But picked up nicely by the Australian just now. And that will bring us to half-time. That was an excellent first half of hockey from both sides. So competitive.
Yeah, that definitely is. And so I just had the under-23 coach. I'm manager for the under-23 men's team, and I just had him come and ask me a question. So sorry, I kind of dropped out for a minute. So now halftime, both teams, I'm sure, are trying to catch their breath, rehydrate a little bit, and come up with a game plan for the rest of the game. And looks to me like they're both playing their game, and hopefully we'll see more of this really nice game that we've got going here.
Yeah, and it's nice to see Team US just so united as well. I've seen a few teams sort of just like doing whatever they want at halftime, but to see this camaraderie between both sides is really impressive.
Yeah, and it looks like right now the team captain, Jana de Brunner, is talking to the team, and Coach Kendall Banks and Sue Banks standing by. And there's a lot of experience. Like I say, Yana has elite experience from last year, and Kendall and Sue Banks have both been playing for a long time. And between the two of them, they probably have close to 20 world championships under their belts.
Wow.
And Kendall played in the very, very first underwater hockey world championships that were, I believe, in Canada. And so he's been in this sport a long time. And the coaching, the girls are very fortunate to have him as a coach,
Yeah,
and
so
they've been
amazing
reacting very well.
for them to have such a strong leadership group there.
Yeah, and it's fun. So Kendall and Sue Banks have most recently moved. We usually get people, moving from state to state or somewhere in the U.S. and then starting new teams. And Kendall and Sue and their daughter Molly, who's also playing on the team, were key in starting the team in Sturgeon Bay, Wisconsin. And so we have 3 players from Wisconsin, and then the rest are from San Francisco and 2 more from Colorado.
Yeah, we have much the same sort of split. We've got a majority of our players in the under-19 girls coming from WA, and that's from Perth and Margaret River and Collie. And then a few players coming from Tassie, so they've got the home ground advantage for sure. That's Maddie Laurie, Gabby Larson, and there's one more. Who am I? Jess Cowan.
Mm-hmm.
And then a few more players from here and there. I think we might have a Queenslander. I'm sorry. I think that might be Caitlin. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, Caitlin. Yeah, we've got a few from everywhere else, but lots of WA and Tassie representatives on this side.
Yeah, and it makes it hard when you've got large country and players spread out all over. The U.S. and as what my understanding, Australia too. Just we don't have a big youth program, and then when we do get a full team together like we did here, just getting the teams to play, to be able to play together in a tournament is really tough. Nice play there by Molly Banks under the back. A little bit of a risky play, but it worked out for her. And back to Yana. And across the pool toward their goal. And again, they're trying to play their plan. And look at that, turn right around, don't get flustered. They've got the support there, but good Australian defense driving it back out.
What a beautiful
and
drive
there's
there.
A buzzer. And it looks like obstruction against Australia. So somewhere in there, someone got a little sloppy. And now USA has advantage close in front of the goal. So hopefully they'll be able to put one in and tie this game up. And a good drive. We got every single Australian player down, I believe. Not a single one up. They don't want that puck going in. It's so close. Oh, I hope they can. And that, I hear the buzzer. Hopefully that counts.
That looks to be no goal.
Gloving. It was not. It will not count. There was gloving into the goal, so now that it will turn around with advantage to Australia. That's disappointing, but understandable when it gets right in front of the goal in that scrum there, and you get a little frantic.
Yeah, some wonderful aggression there from the US. Obviously, if that foul hadn't been called, it'd be a clear goal.
Yeah. And that is, and it's important too for the refs to keep a close eye on that, because as a defender, of course, you're frustrated if they do glove it in and it doesn't get called. It's of course always disappointing as if you're in offense and you don't get credit for your goal. But it's all part of the game. Obstruction, again against Australia. So once again, USA will have the advantage in front of the goal, and hopefully this time they can get it in without any gloving.
Looks like that might have been Lily Ladd McGovern doing a bit of barging there. Very fiery
another
play
buzzer,
there.
and it looks like encroachment against the Australian team, and they're pointing at somebody to go out for a minute, I think. But I don't see anybody swimming out, so I'm not sure. And again, here we go. And a push into the goal, hopefully. Looks like Australia's moving it off to the side. And our view is blocked by the referee, who is getting a good view. It looks like a goal for USA. Yay.
Number 2 there, I think.
So tying up the game 2-2.
That'll be Nicole Wong scoring there.
Okay.
Can you tell us a bit about Nicole?
Nicole's from San Francisco, and she's, I believe, one of our. Okay, yeah, I don't know the San Francisco players as well as I wish I could, but Nicole is one of the 6 players that we have from San Francisco playing on this team, and she's certainly been a strong force on this team.
It's very impressive as well. The US doesn't seem to have let up with the numbers on the bottom. Every time I look, they've got at least 3 players down, usually 4 or 5.
Yep. Get down, stay down, score, score, score. I think maybe that's what these girls need to hear.
It seems to be a wonderful game plan. It's certainly breaking up the Aussies there.
Oh, okay. And I'm seeing on the commentary there, Kendall has been playing for 40 years. And then Sue has only played for 25 years. So the 2 coaches there, they've got 65 years of underwater hockey experience in their coaching staff for this team. So even though it's a young team, the coaching staff certainly has a lot of experience.
I'd almost expect their experience to be about the combined ages of these young women.
Oh, yeah. Oh, probably. Yeah. I played with Kendall when he started back when he was in Chicago, and I was in Champaign, which isn't too far from there, and so yeah, it's kind of strange for me now when I remember I was just in high school still, I think, and now we're playing, at a world championship, and our kids are playing together on the team. It's kind of a strange time warp feeling.
And it's so excellent to have the 2 under-19 teams joining us
and it looks
here.
like an Australian player number 12 out for a minute.
And that'll be Maggie Biffin. I think she might have been barging there. She has been guilty of this crime a number of times this tournament.
Oh, dear.
She's a very strong player on the puck, though, and often just that little bit extra aggression does sometimes result in a foul.
And so now an advantage to the USA directly in front of the goal. And there we go. And
swung there.
USA looks like the Australian team was successful in moving it out, and USA is trying to move it back toward the middle, toward the goal. And Australia keeps sweeping it out. Good for them. The USA is going to have to keep trying and just push, push, push. They've got a 1-player advantage right now. Hopefully they can get another one in the goal, and if they can pull ahead, that would be mentally a big advantage for them. That's just a boost and a call. It looks like there was just a break coming out and equal puck, so it must have been both teams doing a little bit of nefarious action there. And equal pucks again they're hard to play. They're pretty different from the advantage pucks. We'll see how these teams handle that.
It's been quite unusual to see equal pucks at this tournament.
Exactly. This might be the first one I've seen.
The refs have been fantastic at just playing advantage wherever possible to try and keep the play just flowing rather than stopping all the time.
Yeah. And it looks like a run across. The USA girls doing a hard push, but Australia won't give an inch, and they're just following that right along.
Good drive
there. That was
Australian.
a very nice steal.
Let's
and
see if her teammates will support her.
Right, so the key here is that possession. So if you're running across the pool, it's out, and there's a foul called, and it is barging or obstruction against Australia yet again. So the USA can turn this around. I imagine the player that was in the penalty box is back in again.
And
so they're probably 6-on-6.
The Australians are just looking a bit at a loss here, watching the Americans playing this different style of hockey that they couldn't just quite get away the last time they played.
Oh, that was a little risky play, but it worked out. And keep swimming it across as long as they finish their swings. Oh, and a beautiful steal by the Australian girl. Turn that around, and now they have possession, so USA has to fight back to get that possession. And there they go. They got it. A nice pass and finish that swing. Now they just need the support. And
Australia's
USA
looking
still with the possession, but battling. They can't get very far down the goal. They keep trying. There's a bit of a bobble with the puck there. Nice play.
It's a hard-fought battle here on this corner, just going back and forth between teams.
It is. Oh, and then Australia making a very strong drive toward the goal, and it looks like it was diverted. And it's going out toward the far corner, but boy, it's scrappy down there. They are playing hard, and Australia is putting a lot of pressure on. It looks like they got one in.
Lovely flick into the tray there by the Australians.
So a goal for Australia.
That'll be number 9, I think.
Number 9.
That's Gabby Larson. Wonderful news for Gabby.
Okay, so now with 6 minutes left in the second half, Australia leads 3-2 in a really exciting, very, very well played game. Both teams really putting their hearts into this, and USA, of course, really excited to be able to play a game like this against Australia is really exciting for us, because certainly that's intimidating. You get in the pool with Australia, and you certainly think, it's the reputation is that alone is can be quite intimidating even before you even get into the pool.
It's amazing to see the US challenging the Australians. So I wonder if the Australians got in and perhaps just underestimated their competition too much.
Yeah, they played, when the last time they played, it was 4-0. Australia shut out the U.S. team, but it was a really close game. The USA really played a good game, and there was all indications that this could happen, that they were actually much closer than the scores would indicate. And I'm glad the USA is just getting down to business and playing their game, because right now they are definitely playing the game they want to play. And what a drive down the wall. Beautiful job by number 5. That's Jennifer Tom, also from San Francisco. She's one of our little bit older players, 17. Oh, and wow.
Maggie Biffin going out again there. Not too sure what she's done. Could be another bit of barging.
And that looks like the vice captain.
Yeah, and that's not good news for the Australians. Maggie is one of their strongest defenders, and with them on the back foot now, with the Americans driving forward, it could be bad news.
And number 7, Teresa Lee with the puck. She's one of our younger players. She's only 14. She just took that puck in there. So we've got some quite young players. Abby Banks is only 13, and they're showing their mettle. And next time when next World Championships roll around, I believe they're going to be in Sheffield, and a lot of these girls are going to be able to play under 19 again, so that'll be very impressive. We've got probably only about 3 players on this team who will age out.
And these girls are just switching after switch. They're just going back and forth the pool, really breaking up the Australian forwards away from their backs to try and make some gaps for them to go through.
Yeah, and this game, I'm sure both teams must be getting tired. Just a lot of swimming, but they're doing a really good job keeping the energy up.
Yeah, and we've had a goal apiece in this second half. I'm surprised again the coaches haven't used a timeout. I guess both teams are just so hungry to get another goal. And
Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, you don't if they're playing well and doing well, and sometimes you don't want the other team to get that rest that they also get when a timeout is called.
Yeah, the Australians really keen to put another goal in the tray. The USA wanting another one themselves to level the scores. Just 3 minutes left. Both teams getting pretty desperate now.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just playing their hearts out. And a beautiful drive with some definite speed. That's number 2 there? Number 2, that is Nicole Wong once again. And she's also only 15. It's just like a very young team here.
And for all their switching.
Another call, and this time on, I think that, I can't tell who he's pointing to. Another Australia, or is a U.S. player? I think he's pointing to number 7.
They don't seem to know. Even the players
Teresa
can't work it out.
Lee. It looks like Teresa Lee's out for a minute. I don't know what she did, but we still have an Australian player in their penalty box as well. So this will make it 5-5 in the water. Okay.
And for all their switching, the Americans are playing fantastic wall game hockey as well.
Call a timeout, I think.
Yeah, that seems to be a timeout now. An excellent time to call it, especially if it's from the US with one player out. Good opportunity for the coach to come over and talk to his girls.
Okay, and there are, I don't know if there must not have been a timeout. It looks like maybe it was a ref's timeout because they're off playing. And it is kind of surprising that nobody's called a timeout yet, but I think they have this momentum and they want to keep it. And just a little bit over 2 minutes to play. This game is still up for grabs. And a foul called. And that's advantage. Is that advantage USA again? I can't. I'm really disoriented here.
Look to have another timeout. Not too sure what's going on right now.
Yeah, the referees might not know either, so.
We do have number 7 from the US sitting in the bench right now.
Right, and I believe the Australian girl who was out is no longer sitting out.
Maggie's now back in the pool. Hopefully we won't see her get kicked out again.
Yeah, so we've got about a half a minute of timeout left. Everybody can rest. And number 15 is actually number 7.
Yeah, it seems we've just got a bit of a mix-up with the numbers there, but no worries. We do have Teresa in the bench right now.
Yes.
Hopefully she'll be back in shortly.
And it looks like advantage to Australia, and they're up 1 player. So this is going to be a tough battle for the USA ladies to make sure that this does not go in the trough. So get down, stay down, score, 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 girls. And it's not a clear path to the goal. The risk, of course, is when they go down, everybody goes down to defend that, and then they all go up at the same time to get air. And if you have a player on the ball, they use that opportunity and to swing it back into the middle. But it looks like the USA drove that out and is keeping it out toward the wall. And hopefully Teresa will be back into the play soon, and then we'll have a 6-on-6 game.
Excellent work in the defense there from the US. Very impressive with just the 5 players.
Strong drive forward. And another foul.
Looks like it might be number 12 again. I could be wrong here.
Okay. And the signal looked like
number 1. That'll be Samantha. No, number 7. My mistake. That's Lily Ladd-McGovern getting out there. She was our youngest player at the World Championships in Castellon 2 years ago. Now one of the more senior players on this team.
Mm-hmm. So now the USA hoping to capitalize. Now I'm a little. Okay, so there goes the USA. For another foul. And a stick foul against USA. And advantage to Australia. They have 1 player out, so they're playing 5 against 6. Because I imagine Teresa is back in. And we've got just over a minute to go. USA would love to tie this game up. And, of course, Australia would love to put 1 more in just to seal their lead. But we'll see what happens. It's going to be quite a battle. And a hard drive to the outside.
And these scores truly reflect just how intense this game has been. I imagine both sides will be exhausted after this game.
They should be. And, yeah, any game like this is mentally and physically very taxing. This has been a hard week for the girls, and they have to keep up that intensity. And this is a game they really, really want to win. And it looks like now they might be able to tie it up. Hopefully they can. But just scoring last time after last time, having been shut out, this is going to feel really good for the USA team. And there's a good drive to the middle by Captain Yana De Bruyne, and it draws another foul, and we have another Australian player out. So
Looks
we have
like
2 out, but it looks like the other one is on her way back in.
That'll be Caitlin Parr finishing the game on the bench there.
Yeah, and then so the USA has about half a minute now to get that last goal in. Oh, there we are, and a call. And
That'll be against the Australians there.
okay, and one more advantage to the USA team. And in these last 2 minutes, they will stop the time for each call, so that the okay, and another an encroachment.
And I think we may have already had a team warming for the Australians. I'm a bit surprised.
Once again, yeah. So
yeah, there we go. There's that
so
kick
now
out.
USA has not much time, but they're up 2 players, and they're right in front of the goal. They have the advantage. So let's see if they can push this in.
And they've kicked out the captain as well. Looks like she didn't delegate someone to get thrown out, and so she's had to take the stint herself.
Yeah. So if they can just push this in, keep the pressure on, and Australia doing a nice job bringing that out, but it's still right there on the trough. We'll see if they can get it in. I think everybody's going up, and the referees. So I think let's see if they can call this as a goal.
It looks to me as if they've called time on this one.
Okay, yeah, that was probably hard for the referees to see, just as it was for us. It looks like the referees are conferring. Can we get a surface camera?
Yeah, I think we'll take that as full time there. Such an intense finish there from both sides. Wonderful work from both teams, especially.
Did time run out?
Yeah, that's time there.
Was it before or after that goal or non-goal, or we don't
I'm
know?
not too sure. I think the refs might still be discussing.
I don't know if it ever went in. So
they seem to be.
I never heard a stop. Well, I heard. I don't know. Anyway. But what a game! That is just. Hopefully the USA gets credit for that last goal. I'm not sure if they will, but boy, that was just an incredible game. The girls really stepped up, and they played. I think that's the best I've ever seen them play. That was a beautiful game, and very much what they wanted to do.
Yeah, an absolutely wonderful game, and very impressive from the Australians as well. I think they did let the United States control the game a bit too much, but they had their moments where they were just excellent.
Yeah, and yeah, I can't go USA. I am so proud of this under-19 team. It was really, like I say, it's a very young team, and there's the teams congratulating each other, and they battle fiercely in the water. But once they get out of the water, they're all good buddies, and everybody just loves this game, and we share in that.
All right, and I might go see if I can grab some interviews with these girls. Thank you so much, Agnes.
Okay,
do you want to talk to the US at all?
I'll let you go ahead and do that after I have
all right,
to
well,
go
thank
get
you so
my
much for watching, everyone. We'll catch you again later. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, and goodbye.
Hello.
Hello.
What a game. We were watching from the commentary box. How are you feeling now? You exhausted?
Yeah, I'm really tired.
So, 3-2, coming off a 4-0 loss against the last game. How are you feeling? Do you think you'll face up against the Australians next time? Feeling pretty good about yourself?
I feel like if we face off against next time, we could beat them.
It would be just wonderful if you could knock the Australians out of the park. Now, do you have a message for people back home who might have been watching your game?
Thank you for watching our game and supporting us. Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. Best of luck for the rest of the tournament. Off you go. Elise, would you like to talk to the Australians?
Sure, yeah, I'd love to. Hey, how's it going? Come here. Oh,
was it a good
gross.
game?
Yeah, well, how did you find that game?
Oh, it was very physically demanding. Yeah, very nerve-wracking when they had us up in their, attacking half.
All those kickouts, my God. Yeah,
Yeah.
how you reckon Chris Wemman's going to react to all those kickouts you guys had?
Yeah, I heard him. He was a bit grumpy, but I think, we all held our composure together in the end. So, yeah, I'm really proud of the result and how the girls handled themselves.
Now, how are you guys feeling comp-wise? So do you reckon you're in chance of the medal, or how do you think you'll go?
We're very definitely tired at the moment, but we're very keen for a medal and, keen to give it our all and show them what we've got.
Beautiful. Well, rest up easy tonight. Have a good time at the Standard, and all the best. Do you have any messages, though, for everyone watching at home?
I'd like to say hello to the Margaret River crew back home. I hope you're watching and I hope you enjoy the game, and thanks for your support.
All right, and can we also get a dab on camera by request?
Oh, of course.
Oh, that was really bad. Well, I'll see you around. Best of luck for the rest of the call.
Thank you.
Bye.